Let's take a look at some of the practice problems we've assigned for this week. The first set of questions is, do the following lengths form a right triangle? Remember, the Pythagorean theorem only applies to right triangles. Right triangles have a 90-degree angle. Triangle number 1 looks like it might have a 90-degree angle right here, but we need to decide. In all right triangles, our sides touching the 90-degree angle are A and B, and C is the longest side. Well, 9 is the longest side here, so this would be our C. So our question is, does this fit the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared? In other words, does 6 squared plus 8 squared equal 9 squared? C is always the longest number. A squared, 6 times 6, is 36. B squared, 8 times 8, is 64. And C squared, 9 times 9, is 81. Our question is this a true statement? Well, 36 plus 64 is 100. And 100 does not equal 81. So that means this is not a right triangle. Let's do the same with number 6. Number 6 is describing a right triangle that would have side lengths of 2.1 for A, 7.2 for B, and 7.5 for C. So our question is 2.1 squared plus 7.2 squared equal to 7.5 squared? 2.1 times 2.1 is 4.41. 7.2 times 7.2 is 51.84. And 7.5 times 7.5 is 56.25. Let's see what 4.41 plus 51.84 equals. It's 56.25. Since these are equal, this is a right triangle. And our right angle would be right there. Now I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem to find some missing lengths. Let's look at question 7. Notice that our right angle is here in this corner. So that means 4 must be A, 8 must be B, and we're looking for the side length of C. We'll use the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So let's figure out what 4 squared plus 8 squared is. 4 times 4 is 16. 8 times 8 is 64. And that's going to equal c squared. 16 plus 64 is 80. So 80 is equal to c squared. To figure out what c is, we need to take the square root of both sides. So we know that c is equal to the square root of 80. We can use our estimation process to determine what approximately the square root of 80 is. I know that 9 times 9 is 81. So the square root of 80 is really close to the square root of 81. I know that 8 times 8 is 64. So the square root of 80 is really, really close to the square root of 81. So it could be approximately 8.9. We use this little squiggly line to say almost. Let's take a look at question 14. We've got side lengths where A equals 3, and b equals 10, and we need to know what c is equal to. Using the Pythagorean theorem, we know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 3 squared plus 10 squared is going to equal c squared. That's 9 plus 100. So 109 is equal to c squared. To undo my square, I use the opposite operation. Do the square root of both sides. So c is equal to the square root of 109. I can leave it just like that, or I can estimate it. Let's think about the perfect squares that are close to 109. I know that the square root of 100 is 10. The one right above it is 121, 11. 109 is a little bit closer to 100 than it is to 121. So we can say this is about 10.4. Now let's take a look at question 15. Notice that question 15 is missing side B, not side C. So we need to rearrange our formula a little bit. I know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So let's fill in what we know. That means 3.6 squared. I'm sorry, this should say b. Plus b squared, our unknown number, is equal to 7.4 squared. 3.6 times 3.6 is 12.96. Plus b squared, I don't know what b is yet, is equal to 7.4 squared. 7.4 times 7.4 is 54.76. What we know about solving one-step equations tells us that we can subtract 12.96 from both sides. And that will leave us with what the b squared is equal to. 54.76 minus 12.96 is 41.8. So b squared is equal to 41.8. I can take the square root of both sides and now I know that b is equal to the square root of 41.8. Square root of 41.8 is in between the square root of 36 and the square root of 42. Sorry, 42 is not a perfect square. The square root of 49, which is 7 times 7. 41.8 is kind of right in the middle. So we can say this is approximately 6.5. Let's take a look at question 18. 18 is also looking for a side length of b. A is equal to 9.7. We'll use the Pythagorean theorem again. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. A is equal to 9.7. 9.7 squared. Plus b squared, we don't know it, is equal to c squared. So 13.3 squared. 9.7 times 9.7 is 94.09. Plus b squared, we don't know what it is yet. And 13.3 squared is 176.89. Using what we know about one-step equations, we know we can subtract 94.09 from both sides. And that'll tell us b squared is equal to 82.8. To find out what b is, we need to take the square root of both sides. So b equals the square root of 82.8. We can estimate that. We know that the square root of 81 is 9. And our next perfect square is the square root of 100. So this number must be between 9 and 10. And it's probably closer to 9, square root of 82.8. So let's call it approximately 9.2. So b squared, or b, is approximately 9.2. Now we're going to take a look at question 20. I'm going to erase my work from question 18 because it's in my way. We have side lengths 2.7 and 6.5. Notice that the one we're missing is the longest side, so we're looking for C. 2.7 squared plus 6.5 squared is equal to C squared. 2.7 times 2.7 is 7.29. And 6.5 times 6.5 is 42.25. We add those together, and we get 49.54 is equal to C squared. We undo our square by taking the square root of both sides. So the square root of 49.54 is equal to C. Notice that 49.54 is a little bit bigger than 49. Our next perfect square is 8, the square root of 64. 49.54 is probably really, really close to 7. So we can say that it's approximately 7.1, but it's probably less than that. We can write it exactly by saying this is equal to the square root of 49.454. The last question we're going to look at today is question 21. Notice that our right angle is up here. So our sides, A and B, are the side lengths touching the right angle. So I'm looking for B. I know A and C. So 5.3 squared plus B squared is equal to 7.2 squared. 5.3 times 5.3 is 28.09. Plus B squared is equal to 7.2 times 7.2, which is 51.84. We subtract 28.09 from both sides. To get B squared. That means B squared is equal to 23.75. We take the square root of both sides. To find out that B is equal to around 4.8. I'd like for you to try the rest of these problems on your own and check your work using the answer key. Please let your teacher know if you have any questions.